The following program contains coarse language, a lot like real life. Viewer discretion is advised.
The wrestling podcast that sets all other podcasts apart. Covering news from the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, and more. Your favorite weekly episodic podcast, Ramblers Unleashed, starts now.
Yeah, it is time for your Saturday Night Delight. It is review time for Wrestlepalooza. We've waited for this day for so long, and here we are. What's going on? Hope your weekend is going fantastic. Thanks for joining us tonight. And alongside is, of course, the man whose catchphrase is and will always be Baron, please. Are you muted?
4, 2, 0.
No.
I got like 17 tabs over here. You know what happens. I gotta find it. Where does it go?
The man who hates AEW more than anyone that I know and gets higher than planes. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Golfers clap for the one, the only Baron. How you doing, brother?
Great. Feels great to be here on a Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Reviewing a little bit of Wrestlepalooza. I have some strong opinions to come to the table tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have some pretty strong opinions on Wrestlepalooza. I mean, overall, it was a fairly decent show. I don't know if it was overhyped. I'm kind of leaning that way, but let's introduce the other guy on the panel. And of course, he's been a longtime fan of the show and a longtime commenter in the chat. Now we have him in person on the program tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, golfers clap for the one, the only Sean. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on again. Let's talk some Wrestlepalooza.
Yes, let's talk Wrestlepalooza. This is like I said, this was their first PLE on ESPN Plus or ESPN Unlimited, whatever they're calling it. And how was everybody else's experience for Wrestlepalooza on ESPN? Baron, I know that you were kind of pissed off. Why is that?
Well, before I get to my pissed off section here, let me tell you that I felt like the camera angles, and I thought maybe even the picture was better than let's say Peacock or something. I don't know. I felt like that looked great. I obviously was pissed because I pay over $100 for the Hulu package, right? Like the premium package. You get the Disney Plus, the Max, the fucking ESPN, and all this other shit, ad free apparently. But on this ESPN, I had ads, and I was pissed about it. I'm spoiled. I've gotten to a point where I don't need ads anymore in life, and as soon as you show me an ad, I'm pissed. Whether it's football, wrestling, 90 Day Fiance, I don't care what it is. Ads can kiss my ass.
Fiance?
Oh, absolutely not. But the girl does religiously, so of course I'm in there occasionally.
The girl
watch, yeah, Man, that's a great show if nobody's ever watched it, but nonetheless, good quality drama.
You're right, yeah. I watched. I had ads all throughout the show, and it's different from what it was on Peacock, because on Peacock you'd get the video packages leading up to the match. I hope, Sean, that they fixed this on ESPN's side. I hope that this was just a one-time or a one-off thing. I understand they have to have ads to make revenue, to make money, but a video package would be nice, right?
Yeah, totally agreed. I think I counted 8 to 10 ads between each match. Luckily, nothing. I was afraid that there was going to be ads during entrances or something, but some video packages would have been nice. I think we saw 2 video packages tonight. For the mixed tag in the main event, I think.
Did we? Because I didn't see
it. Yeah, they had a smaller. Though, okay, hear me out. The video packages, I love them. They're some of them are really good for like big PLEs, but I also feel like they're really fucking redundant. Meaning, I feel like I've seen the video package like 12 times leading up to the match, that I don't need to see it again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, for like the casual fans, this is a great time to get the back history on what's happening. But like a long-standing fan like myself, I get so fucking tired of video packages, and nothing has ever gotten like video package-wise better than like early Attitude Era days. So like these are great, but like I'm kind of over them. I will say though, like my ads were only like 20 seconds long, right? Like, so they weren't like super fucking long ads or anything. So I give them props.
No, but they were like 2.5 to 3 minutes long of ads. So you may have had 30-second ads or 15-second ads or 10 or whatever, but they were still like 3 minutes worth of ads, which I thought is just, I mean, it's
So do you have to pay for a fucking certain package or not to get the ESPN ads or what?
I don't know. I just heard that it's $30 a month. And that's it. I don't know. But a lot of other folks are apparently not very happy with how Wrestlepalooza turned out. Of course, the price tag for it, $29.99, $30. But after the end of the event, Triple H took to Twitter and praised Cody Rhodes after his match. And he said, as we head into the WWE ESPN era, Cody Rhodes shows why he is quarterback number one, and still Wrestlepalooza. That signal post opened the floodgates of fans firing back at Triple H saying, quit, please, you can't book. Another one said, referee interrupting Drew made no sense. Could have had Cody win in a better sensical way. Mid PLE, just barely saved by Stephanie versus Io and the mixed tag match.
And they're being a little harsh critics, a little fucking whiny bitches tonight, it sounds like. Somebody's always gonna whine about something and anything in the life. But like,
and then somebody said, what happened to the surprises? There were some surprises. I mean, we had Undertaker, right? I think everybody was happy. Also surprised that Stephanie Vicaire is the women champ now. I mean, come on now. I mean, there were some surprises there. Stephanie McMahon made her debut on ESPN, which is her whatever. Well, she was on the show. Come on. I mean, you can't expect.
Wrestling fans always want some big return, and then they let the return fizzle out. You had the return match of AJ Lee after a decade of not being in the ring. It doesn't get much bigger than that. And this is Wrestlepalooza. Like, they just put this PLE together like a month and a half ago. Right. Like, this is not meant to be a big show. And I think people always expect so much out of them. I'm not like, well, Triple H can't book comments, stupid. And then like the referee screwing of Drew McIntyre in a sense actually makes total sense if you've been watching anything Drew McIntyre related for the last fucking 2 years. Yeah, this makes sense because now he can go back the next following show and be like, well, I got screwed over by the ref, and go like that's his whole persona at this point in time, right? Like that is Drew McIntyre. So that part made sense to me. Just, you know, like Drew's just not ever going to win the title. Okay, let's go ahead and just get that through our brains at this point in juncture. He's just one of those fill-in guys. But yeah, you know.
Yeah. Let's dive into the show though, because we had a new now then together signature at the start of Wrestlepalooza, which honestly was a nice refresh from the old one. Sean, you didn't see that one, did you?
Nope, I missed it. I was watching football, didn't realize the show started at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Did you even know that AEW had a PLE or pay-per-view on tonight too?
I did, but I didn't know it started so early in the day.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know what time it started. There was no. I didn't know. I do know that I'm happy that I got home in time because I was in St. Louis and I stayed overnight in St. Louis, and I'm happy that I got back home in time to catch Wrestlepalooza. to watch the show, and I'm really happy that I saw the new signature pack. Baron, what did you think of it?
No, it's great. I feel like anytime they switch that up, it's good, and it kind of brought in a new era of what they're doing, right? So yeah, it's cool, man. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into what kicked off the show. Pat McAfee joined the commentary for a couple of matches. It's still kind of unclear if Pat's Wrestlepalooza appearance is just a one night off special return or if it's not. Either way, he's making things interesting again. Did we hear the big F-bomb from Pat McAfee? I swear to God, he dropped the F-bomb during one match. And I don't know if it was, I think it was during Brock Lesnar and John Cena, but I'm not 100% positive.
I feel like he does a lot though on PLEs.
I mean, yeah, that's true. He kind of does, but
he's always cussing. I don't understand why he left.
Because of it was football and his show on ESPN.
Doesn't he do the college game day or whatever? That's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Well, plus his show too.
Right.
Is that on at nighttime?
Yeah, no, it's on in the afternoon sometime on ESPN, but yeah. Let's kick it off with the first match: Brock Lesnar and John Cena. It was honestly, this match was quicker than we anticipated to last, honestly, and the outcome was quite shocking.
Sean, would you like to chime in first before I go on my tangent here?
Let me start off by saying that I was highly disappointed in this match, even though I knew what way it was going to go and how, I mean, it was a little quicker than I thought, but this whole retirement tour, to be totally honest, I've been highly disappointed with. And
really?
This match was another reason. We've seen Randy Orton, John Cena how many times? We've seen John Cena, CM Punk how many times?
Mm-hmm.
John Cena, Brock Lesnar. Why are we not seeing John Cena against younger talent is what I want to know. Other than Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul.
You have a valid point. You do have a valid point. And I think it's because they're just trying to hype up the fact that Cena's on his way out, so let's give the fans the iconic matches that helped him in his career.
But that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they're giving you the matches that's going to bring in revenue for your viewership as well as ticket sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Sean Dizzy, you guys heard me talk about this for past few weeks now, right? Like, John Cena should be putting over the younger talent, and like that is exactly what he should be doing because that's who he is and what he always has been.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is John Cena.
But did he need to put over Brock?
He's not putting over anybody big name. That's not what he's doing. He didn't put over Brock Lesnar. He doesn't need to. Brock Lesnar's over.
Then why did Brock win tonight?
Well, putting someone over is meaning you're gaining repetition with the crowd by putting them over as for them to win. Brock Lesnar doesn't need that. This is just a squash match because it's Brock Lesnar. And this is why this entire match is complete and utter bullshit. It was not needed. It's not interesting. Brock is like phenomenal shape, by the way.
Yes, he's
in phenomenal shape, lucky bastard. But like, this was all for ESPN and for ticket sales and for viewership. This match had nothing to do with John Cena putting anybody over. Putting someone over is putting someone that is not over, meaning you push him to the next limit. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. What does he need to be put over? So, yeah, I found this match to be stupid. Ever since John Cena went from that overnight switch from heel to face, nothing has made any fucking sense. And whoever put that into plan for him to move away from heel to face can kiss my ass, because it ruined the entire tour in my mind. I'm lucky I got to see Cena at Backlash and got that shirt, but nothing has made sense since that time.
And I'm not saying that Cena has to go out there and put every young guy over for a whole year. At least give them the rub and give them dream match. There's dream matches out there, you know, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Gunther, Dom, LA Knight. I'm not saying he's got to put all these guys over, but give him that rub, and closer and closer these guys are getting to beat him, to where somebody finally beats him in his last match. That's all I was looking for out of it.
Yeah, and you're right, man. That's exactly like, yeah. There's just so many other. It's just it sucks now that he only has really like 2.5, 3 months left, and we're doing matches like this where Brock Lesnar just comes out and beats his ass in 7 minutes. Like, uninteresting. The crowd clearly wasn't interested in it, and it's just, John Cena is always going to be the top guy, right?
Yeah.
So it sucks to see him be put in those predicaments on his way out.
The thing I'm interested in is Paul Heyman introduced Brock. Now, Paul Heyman, we know, is with the Vision. So do you think that Brock's going to join the Vision?
I don't think we see Brock again for a few months.
Yeah, you think Brock's done?
Yeah, I think this was just a publicity stunt to get for ESPN. Big payday for Brock. Bring some viewers in for the show. I mean, like, this was all that was for, right? Like, very obvious.
Sean, you agree?
I agree wholeheartedly. I don't see where they go with this after this. It was SummerSlam 2014 all over again, minus the 27 suplexes. It was 27 F5s.
Yeah. Into the match, John nailed about 4 shoulder tackles, and Brock finally fell down. He nailed 3 attitude adjustments on Lesnar before getting a near fall. Fans were shocked by this, but Cena went for his 5-knuckle shuffle, but Lesnar was able to nail an F5 followed by another one. He didn't go down for the pin. Instead, Lesnar just yelled for Cena to get up as he went for a third. Lesnar let out a big smile after that, but he didn't pin Cena, so he nailed a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th F5. And Cena pinned John for the he pinned Cena for the win. After the match, Brock hit yet another F5 just for good measure, and he left with the arena full of shocked fans. It was a big time squash match. What would we rate this? I mean, I don't even know if is it worth rating?
Every match is worth rating. That's what we love doing, good ratings.
Okay.
Now the question is 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Diz
1 to 5.
Okay.
One.
One. Damn, Sean, you're giving Baron ratings out here, you fucking stickler.
I am not a fan of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I won't be negative the whole show, but I'm not a fan of Brock Lesnar.
Dizzy knows that I am also not a fan of Brock Lesnar. I would never say any of that to his face, because he's fucking 7,000 pounds of pure muscle. Actually, I would just beat the fuck out of me. Whatever. What's worse is gonna happen?
I mean, he could have you about 27 times.
Yeah, like he does every match, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be the lowest rating I've gave a match in a long time. So 1.75.
Wow.
This is not open.
That's
this
too
should
high.
have not. No.
This shouldn't have opened the PLE.
It really shouldn't have. Damn, dude, I'm just not a fan of Brock, and I really am not a fan of what's happened with John Cena the last couple months either.
Did anybody see the sign one fan was holding? He shouldn't be here, and we all know why.
Yeah, I did.
Brock.
Yeah. Is that sign wrong? I don't think so.
No, it's not wrong. There's been a lot of speculation around Brock with the whole Vince McMahon thing. I mean, he was named in that suit. I don't know. I think it was kind of premature to bring Brock back into the WWE fold, but I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, big debut of ESPN, big payday.
Yeah,
That's what Brock's here for.
Payday
And
for Brock.
he sat there on Pat McAfee's show and literally said that's what he's here for, like, and nothing else.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of signs in the crowd, there was a guy was like third, fourth row. He had a sign that said he sold his house for these tickets. I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Well, yeah, we talked about it on Tuesday's show that the price of tickets are just insane, and we went over the price of Wrestlepalooza tickets, and they were up to like $300 or something like that. It's just
I mean, we're talking $300 and
and the nosebleeds.
Yeah,
and the
I think
nosebleeds.
second row was like $2,900.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's just going to get more expensive when they get these big deals like ESPN or things like that, right? Like that shit gets more expensive.
And for Nick Khan to say, well, people will come and watch WWE, but if the dudes are selling their fucking house, they're going to be homeless. But at least I got to go to Wrestlepalooza.
Well, at that point in time, it's a personal issue. If you're selling your house to go watch a wrestling event, you may have a problem.
It is, but damn, dude. I mean,
why does it seem like American fans are getting screwed over when it comes to watching WWE? I mean, you got to go to ESPN to watch PLEs, Netflix to Raw. You got to get cable to watch SmackDown.
Good, yeah.
And then it's like $700 if you want to sit in the nosebleeds.
International fans got to watch Netflix tonight for Wrestlepalooza. If you were outside of the United States, Netflix was airing Wrestlepalooza to international fans. So, I mean, that makes total sense. Why do we have to pay for Netflix, for ESPN, for Peacock, for all of these streaming services just to be able to watch WWE? It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, it's just like, why do you pay sales tax, personal property tax, county tax, state tax, like federal, like this is life now, right? Like this is where we're at in the United States. Just pay for fucking everything, right? I'm not a huge fan of it either. So Disney needs to go ahead and hook me up with you know what.
That's why I recommend everybody get a VPN step.
No. What a cheap pop.
You're right. The Bronze versus the Usos. Man, I thought this was a banger of a match. I really thought we'd see a heel turn from Jay, though, sending Jimmy off to be with Naomi. Sean, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought Jay would turn on him also. And I know this has been said probably a million times, but Bron Breakker is a freak athlete, man.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Beast.
The way that dude runs around the ring and did that jumping shoulder block to Jimmy and then just running up the ropes to do the Frankensteiner. What an athlete, man. Well, good match, though. I didn't see where Jay got busted open, though.
I didn't either, but I just seen fucking shit ton of blood everywhere. I didn't know if it was like a spot or like he legitimately got hit with something that I missed. But I mean, like it was all over the fuck place.
Yeah, he was bloody, and I mean that's good that we're seeing blood on WWE TV. We haven't seen blood in a long time on WWE TV. It's more. It's obviously it's been less in AEW, which by the way, All Out was on tonight. I didn't fucking watch a single bit of it. But yeah, nearing Baron, what did you think, man?
Yeah, great match. And I talked about it last week. I thought for sure one of the Usos was turning, possibly joining the Vision or something like that. It's kind of what I predicted in the match.
Jay was.
Yeah, I thought somebody was. I swear it was just, Usos. It's just weird how it's just some weird bookings happening over the last like 3 to 4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay's on top of the world, back in the tag team with his brother. Like it's just I don't know what's going on with some of the booking here recently. A lot of some of it's making sense. Like, we'll talk about the match later. But like Rollins and CM Punk, probably some of the best storylines in the last couple of years. I think, like their storylines really fucking like came together. But like some of this stuff is just not making sense to me. But great. This match was great. I thought it was good. Braun is a fucking beast. Both Braun, both are great.
Yeah. They also had the special guests, ref LA Knight, and nearing the end of the match, Jay collided with LA Knight, sparking an argument. In the chaos, Paul Heyman slipped a chair to Braun. Jay grabbed it and went to swing, but Braun ducked, nearly causing it to hit Knight, who narrowly avoided it. Breaker, bleeding from his back, speared both Usos through the table, and Reed followed with a tsunami off the top into Jimmy for the pin. And I mean, I thought it was a fairly solid match. We everybody except for Max got the prediction right for that one. Which, by the way, if we rewind back to Cena and Lesnar, I know, Baron, you predicted Brock. I don't know why, but you did, and you're right.
Yeah, because it was common sense if you thought about it. I think it was actually flawless through the entire night, by the way.
Yeah. I think the rest of my predictions and Max's predictions were fairly decent. Sean, who did you predict for Bronze and the Usos?
I had the Usos. This is the only one I got wrong tonight.
Okay. Who did you have for Brock?
Brock.
Okay. Yeah. What do we rate this match, Sean? Out of 5 stars?
I give it 3.
3.
I thought it had good action, and I think LA Knight played a pretty good part of the story. And I was shocked that the Bronze actually got a win. I thought for sure the Usos were going to go over here.
I really thought we were going to see a heel turn. I really wanted to see a heel turn from Jay to send Jimmy off to go spend time with Naomi. I guess that time has not come yet, so I guess maybe we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe down the road, because I would assume they're going to tag more together against the Vision or the Bronze at least, and see what happens. I don't know. I'd probably give it a solid 3 stars too. Baron?
3.25. A little 3.25.
3.3 and a quarter. Okay. Right on. I think the match that we were all very, very happy about. Thank God we don't have to riot over the finish. Stephanie Vicaire versus Io Sky. And we're very, very, very happy with the way that she is now the world championship, the women's world champion. This was a banger match, dude. This might have been the match of the night, honestly, Sean.
Yes, this match was awesome. It's been a while since there's been a women's match, honestly, that's captured my attention like this. This was amazing. That dragon screw that Stephanie gave her off the rope looked really nasty. Mm-hmm. And that spiral tap or whatever they're calling it, that was amazing.
Stephanie is so freaking talented in the ring. She is just an absolute monster, and props to Io Sky, Baron, for her performance in that ring too, man.
Yeah, both of them are fantastic. Io's probably one of the best women wrestlers in the world, to be honest with you. Like she's really fucking good and tells a really good story in the ring. Just not moves in the ring, but like just tells a good story. Great match. I said if Stephanie didn't win, we riot. So she won.
We don't have to riot.
I don't understand why it took so long for this match to happen, though. That kind of pissed me off. But nonetheless, great match. Only women's match on the card, though, which I'm not a fan of. Might as well jump into it. I bitch about AEW shows being 12 hours long, 20 matches, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to start bitching about WWE's matches being too short. I don't think a lot of people are getting highlighted on these PLEs, right? Like, where the fuck is Penta? There's a lot of big wrestlers, like, getting nothing on PLEs, man.
Yeah.
And we're having so many more PLEs from WWE that it should make sense that we have everybody highlighted. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're not highlighting enough people on these PLEs. Nonetheless, great match. This is definitely my match of the night for sure.
I don't know if they're scheduling something next for Penta, but we'll have to see. I just don't want him to fall out of the fold. You know,
I think it's already happened.
I think it has too, honestly. And it's so weird. It's so stupid that WWE, just like Andrade, you know, they bring in all these fucking names from different promotions and they say, hey, we're going to push you to the moon, kid. And then they just don't. And it's super sad, man. It really is super sad. But thank God Stephanie Vicaire is back. We saw her on NXT a few times, but she's back in WWE. Thank God she won the match, winning that Women's World Championship. Because, yeah, if she didn't, dude, I think all of us would have been equally pissed at the WWE. And I don't know if we would have to be pissed at Triple H or the rest of the creative team. You know, I don't know, but I'm glad that Vicaire is the women's champ now. And Baron's right. We don't have to riot.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the women's and the tag team division has been getting lost in the shuffle this year, as opposed to the last couple of years. But no, it was great to see Stephanie win. I noticed when they held up the belt at the beginning, it had Naomi's side plate still on it. How come Vacant doesn't have any side plates? Vacant is the greatest of all time.
Dude, Vacant's the GOAT, man. I don't know. I wish they would have. That would have been everybody. I feel like everybody has been talking about it on social media. Like, shout out to Vacant, the GOAT, you know, the longest title holder in the history of the company.
Absolutely.
I think they should have played along with it and at least had some sort of like a Vacant thing. But yeah, nonetheless, Stephanie Vicaire near the end of the match, she hit the devil's kiss and followed with the SVB across her knee, but Io kicked out at the last second. Vicaire went to the top and Io caught her. They fought to the ropes. Io landed with a Spanish fly, hurting her bad knee in the process. Vicaire managed a 2 count. Io fired back with a comeback and hitting double knees in the corner with a running knee to the face. And she went for the moonsault, but she missed, crashing again on her bad knee. Vicaire climbed up to the top and nailed a spinning tornado dive for the pin. And there you go. Stephanie Vicaire, Women's World Champion. I would honestly, this was match of the night. I think this gets 5 stars for me. I thought it was very, very good match.
Dizzy throws out those 5 stars like he's fucking Dizzy Meltzer or something. Jesus Christ. No. Start calling him Cousin Diz here. No. Yeah, great match, man. I definitely give it a 4 out of 5. I'm happy Stephanie's winning. She's going to be able to carry that title around very well. Where she goes after this with that belt, I don't know. I hope she doesn't get lost in the shuffle here. But yeah, good match.
I don't know how she could get lost in the shuffle. She's going to get that push, man. She's the champ now. So I don't know how she's going to get lost in the shuffle.
Just like Tiffy was sitting in the crowds today.
Well, Tiffy didn't have a match on there, so. And
could have put the triple threat on there.
Exactly. Why are you putting it on SmackDown? It's a PLE, man.
But then again, like it wouldn't have been for the title though. Why are they going to give one person 2 titles? Is it the same?
No. The triple threat match that's supposed to happen on SmackDown this Friday with Jade Cargill and Nia Jax.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay, I thought you meant on Wrestlepalooza.
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that makes sense now. That makes sense. At least we're not going to pull an AEW and put 9 titles on somebody who we don't give a fuck
about. 14 matches on a card.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, and 24 on the 0 hour. Sean, what would you rate it?
I gave it a 4.5.
Okay.
I thought it was by far match of the night.
Yeah, I thought it was match of the night. And honestly, I thought the next match would be good, decent, especially the way that it was told to us, the story and everything that came with it. And of course, I'm talking about AJ Lee, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Okay, I'm going to be Debbie Downer on this. I thought this match was going to be a banger. It went a little stupid at times. And here's why. Because you have one couple versus another couple, both married. And I just thought it was a bit hokey. Am I wrong to think that? I mean,
I feel like it had moments where there was good back and forth action, but I felt like it went too long.
It was a little drawn out. It was a little drawn. Yeah.
I think it went like 29 minutes, and I just felt like it was a little too long.
I thought it was good, man. I mean, like it. I mean, are we saying like this is a 5-star wrestling clinic match? And did we expect it to be? I hope not, because like AJ Lee has not been in the ring for 15 years. So I wasn't expecting any fucking crazy ring work or anything like that. We know where Seth Rollins stands on that level. He's one of the top in the wrestling biz. He doesn't have to do that every single match he has, but like I thought it was like good guy versus bad guy match, right? Like that's, like storyline, storytelling in the ring type ordeal. I thought it was entertaining. Like that's what kind of wrestling is sometimes, entertainment. And I thought it was entertaining, and I thought AJ Lee did good for her first match in 15 years. Like, but yeah, there were some weird spots in it, but I mean, I was expecting this match to be kind of dull.
To me, I thought Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch carried the whole thing.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. I mean, they're going to carry any match they're ever in. They're two of the top in the company, if not number one male wrestler and number one female wrestler, right? Like, they have to be. They are.
Right.
Of course, like, CM Punk has slowed down over the years. AJ Lee hasn't been in the ring for 15 years. Like, I mean, these two were going to be the ones that carried this match. I thought it was good for what it was supposed to be. AJ Lee definitely has a lot of work to do in the ring again, but like, I don't think she has to. She's not signed to be probably a big, in-ring worker anyways. So no, I thought it was good, man. I thought it was a good little match.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see much of AJ Lee after this. I mean, obviously we all figured out that it was going to be Punk and AJ Lee who defeats Seth and Becky, because why bring AJ Lee back just to have her lose? But again, I thought this match was just a little bit gimmicky. I wasn't a fan. Nearing the end of the match, though, Punk trapped Lynch into a sharpshooter after multiple attempts on submission moves, but Rollins attacked with a pedigree and set up for the stomp. He covered Punk. AJ broke it up with a stomp of her own. Becky hit the manhandle slam on Lee. AJ kicked at the last second. Seth and Punk traded shots in the ring, and then their wives stepped in, which led all the four brawling. And this is why I said part of this is why I said this was gimmicky, is when the wives separated Seth and Punk from fighting, AJ was like, I got this. I just thought it was stupid. But another reason why I thought it was kind of gimmicky is that they all started, all four of them started brawling with one another. Punk and Lee cleared the ring, followed them outside. Punk threw Rollins onto the announce table. AJ cleared that one and threw Becky on the other announce table. They all fought on top of the tables until Becky threw AJ into Punk and sent them crashing through the announce table. Becky dragged AJ back into the ring to finish her. AJ surprised her with the Black Widow, which that Black Widow, that finisher was fucking dope. Lynch finally tapped out, and your winner, AJ Lee and CM Punk. This is going to get a low rating from me, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm going to rate this a 2.
Whoa!
I was not a fucking fan of this.
And you gave Brock and Cena a 3 and a 4? I don't remember. I just threw those numbers out there. Here's one thing we got to remember here, and I don't know if did you guys watch when AJ Lee wrestled?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was part of the Divas era,
right?
Like the wrestling then was a little different than it is now. So her in a ring with Becky Lynch is going to look totally different, right? Like Becky Lynch is top tier for women in wrestling, if you ask me. Not the match of the night. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was gimmicky, yes, and that's wrestling. I'm glad to see AJ Lee back in the ring. It's been a long time. Still looks as good as she was back in the day. I'll give this a 3 out of 5.
Wow. Sean, your thoughts?
I didn't think AJ looked bad. I feel like there was a little slowness, maybe some clunkiness a little bit, but I mean, what do you expect not being in the ring for 10 plus years? I really did like the spot. It was simple but effective. When the announce table spot, when Becky threw her into the Punk and they crashed through the table. But I would have to say this was about 3.75 for me.
Okay. Yeah. It was, like I said, not a high rating match, especially for how the story was told to us and how it was delivered and how they brought AJ Lee back. And I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like AJ's performance in the ring as far as that goes. But we all got between Max, myself, and the Baron, we all predicted this, that Punk and AJ Lee would win. So congrats to Punk and AJ for winning. Stephanie McMahon. We got an American Badass theme that played. Taker comes out on the bike, sits next to Stephanie. Yeah, that bad. I love that American Badass theme. Sits next to Steph and said, basically, are you ready? No, I said, are you ready? And Stephanie McMahon announced as the first inductee to the 2026 Hall of Fame by The Undertaker. Baron, you thought this was a little premature, right?
I thought it was kind of stupid. Yeah. Yeah, way too early for Hall of Fame introductory stuff. Something else had to happen for this to happen tonight. Like, they do not do this early ever. If they have, I'm totally missing when that has happened in the past. But this was very early for introductory to Hall of Fame. And also, this to me was just a stamping on the McMahons being away and done with WWE, right? Because the McMahons would not ever be in the Hall of Fame if Vince McMahon was still around. So this to me was more of thank you, Stephanie, for everything you've done, but you're no longer needed, right? Meaning, there's nothing for McMahon. Like, this is the final straw for the McMahon family. Because we know Vince is not going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame of WWE, right? So I feel like this is another Triple H thing. He got inducted last year. He's highlighted on everything. He comes out to the ring all the time. He's just there. Like, it's too much. It's nauseating to me, honestly. I love Triple H, but he should be in the back directing traffic, not putting everything out in the forefront with him. Maybe have somebody else be the voice. I don't know. I just get put off by that. And the only reason Stephanie's getting inducted is because Triple H is in that position now. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, no McMahon would be put in the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty certain Vince McMahon said that in many interviews about the Hall of Fame with the McMahons. Because that was their company, right? You don't...
And it was meant for the wrestlers.
It's meant for the wrestlers, right? I mean, like, Stephanie has put... Don't get me wrong. She has done her due diligence in WWE. Help build that thing to what it is today. Like, don't ever get that wrong. But I just don't think it was needed. There's so many other people, like China. Like, there's so many people, other people that should be put in there. And I just felt like this is just like a, hey, honey, I love you. Let's put you in the Hall of Fame. Let's announce that at Wrestlepalooza. Like, that's all I felt like this was, and it kind of was hokey. This was more hokey than the AJ Lee match, Dizzy. Like, I just was like, But to me, this is a final farewell. See you later, Steph. Let's put her in the Hall of Fame.
I think it's, and Sean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think her Hall of Fame induction is more about her laying the groundwork and the footwork, at least the footwork, if not anything else, for the women's division in the WWE. Because without Stephanie helping these ladies build the Divas division, was what they called it back then, we wouldn't have this. You know, we wouldn't be watching we wouldn't be watching like a Stephanie Vaquer or an Io Sky battle it out for a women's championship. So I think that's why they're putting Stephanie into the Hall of Fame. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's more of a behind the scenes thing that she's done for these women. I mean, she was at the forefront of announcing this women's revolution back in 2016 in the first women's Royal Rumble. And I think it's basically just a behind the scenes thing. I popped hard for Undertaker. I'm a huge Undertaker fan. It's still weird to me seeing him break character after all these years of him just, being that the dead man, so to speak. But the Hall of Fame is riddled with a lot of people that do not deserve to be in it, in my opinion. There's people that deserve to be in it that won't be, Owen Hart, for example. And then you got guys like, I'm not trying to disparage Coco Beware, but that's not a guy I would put in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Stephanie definitely deserves her spot in it. It's just a weird timing. Like, it is September 20th. We are still
a few months away from
we're like 6 months away.
Yeah.
Isn't her podcast on ESPN?
It is.
It is on ESPN, yeah. And so is Undertaker's, right? Or
I thought so. I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't quote us.
I don't remember. I could be wrong on that.
Was this kind of a kissing ESPN's ass kind of night?
It was
exactly.
definitely kiss ESPN's ass tonight.
I just feel like it was. We're not ready for the whole McMahon. Let's go ahead and full send the McMahon shit right now, right? Like, they're still going through a massive lawsuit. Her sons are Shane's involved. She's involved. Whether anybody wants to admit it, they are, right? Like, it's I don't know. It's just weird timing for all this to happen. And, I mean, like, of all the things we could have done tonight, returns, big announcements, this is what we got. Happy for her.
What if that was the special treats that Triple H promised?
It literally probably was. And
inductor telling Steph that she's the newest inductee, the first inductee into the 2026 Hall of Fame. That's it. There you go. Good night. Have a good night. Enjoy it.
It makes sense.
And then them always showing the celebrities in the crowd. I don't give a shit if Tyrese Halliburton is there watching wrestling. I care about what's happening on the show.
I honestly didn't know who the fuck Tyrese was. I'm like, whoa, Tyrese the singer? Hold on. Holy shit, he's at WWE?
You're talking about the basketball player? Pacers?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, if you watch basketball, you would know who he is because he's like...
And I don't watch basketball because I don't give a fuck about the NBA.
And he's an Indiana Pacer, right? Like
Yeah.
from Indianapolis.
Right,
So,
right.
That one made sense. It's the other people that I had no fucking clue who they were, like podcast people. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great basketball player, though.
The final match, though, this was a solid match. And, of course, it's Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the championship. And Drew, so, okay, do we think that Drew's really injured? Shauna, I want to get your thoughts first.
No, I think it's just
You think it's kayfabe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think, Baron?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's part of the gimmick he's running with, right? With with the ref that happened in the ring type of ordeal, and then with his leg or whatever he was holding there at the end. I didn't really see it. I know he had his boot off, but I think it's. I think we talked about it on this show, or we had an article of it, but he's looking to take time off, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So this could be a way for him to take a little time off. I just don't know what we do with Drew McIntyre, man. Like, this is a beast of a fucking specimen. Like, he should be. He said it himself. Like, he looks like a wrestler. A lot of these other guys don't look like a wrestler, as I should speak, because, I'm so fucking massive. But, I mean, like, he's in phenomenal shape, and he's always been great. Like, I just don't know what you do with him at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope this ain't for him to take time off, because I feel like they could run with this for a couple months, especially with the whole, with everybody complaining about the referee. It's a story. They're telling a story, and I feel like that's what it is, and he's going to add, this is going to be part of that story. The ref screwed him. He got injured, and I am a Cody crybaby, and I'll be the first to admit it, but Drew McIntyre needs to run with that title a long run, and not with no fans in the arena.
I agree. I totally agree. I think he could be a nasty heel. And here was my little exciting wet dream that I had was, like, I thought for sure The Rock was coming back tonight. Big debut on ESPN. This is his baby. I think he's got some health issues. I really thought we could play into this Cody Rhodes shit that he did with John Cena that fizzled out, and maybe, backtrack yourself a little bit with this and maybe take Drew McIntyre under the wing or something like that. Made him like a massive heel or something along those lines. Let him carry the belt for a little bit. Because Cody's at this point where he can't lose. The only person he can lose to on the roster and make sense at this point is Brock Lesnar. And I don't want to ever fucking see that. Everybody else he's either beat or it wouldn't make sense for him to lose the title to, right? Drew McIntyre would make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you do with him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were hoping that The Rock would come back or make an appearance tonight, but you're right, Baron. He in 2024, he actually revealed that he'd been dealing with gut health problems for several years that led to some weight loss, significant weight loss for him. So according to Google, he attributed these issues to previous antibiotic use that disrupted his gut bacteria. Johnson went under treatment with probiotics and other dietary modifications and reported that his gut health had improved significantly, but it could have come back. You never know. But we know that they're plugging that movie that he's in, and I'm not sure what that movie's all about.
It's about the MMA fighter, Mark Kerr.
Yeah.
I don't know what special happened in his life other than him being an MMA fighter, but
yeah, I mean, like, this is actually like going to be The Rock's best movie. I mean, like, they're already fucking giving him awards and everything else. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting story. I read about it a long time ago. But yeah, this is supposed to be a very good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
it was like the first ad after every ad break.
It really
Yeah,
was.
right.
It really was. Yeah, they're plugging it hard. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care about it. But going back to Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, outside of the ring, the ref tried stopping Drew from hitting a Claymore into the announce table. Drew went forward anyway, but the delay gave Cody time to move. Drew crashed hard. Crowd chanted, "Ref, you suck." Hurt. Drew rolled back into the ring. Cody went for the disaster kick, but Drew cut him off with a Glasgow kiss. And Drew set up for another Claymore, but his leg gave out. Cody hit the Cody Cutter, followed by a Crossroads, and scored the pin. And still your undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. And we all predicted this one, that Cody would win, because it just makes sense. And I didn't see, Sean, we talked about this on Tuesday. I don't know. Did you see anything for them plugging this match? Talking about this match, storyline for this match, because I know the storylines were on like the social media pages, their social media pages, but on TV, I didn't see shit.
The only thing I really saw was the kick through the announce table and the contract signing. Otherwise, there wasn't too much buildup for this. I think Cody was shooting Street Fighter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of build for this. If they continue with this, I could see it going a little better build, especially with twice the ref got in his way for the kick through the announce table, and the ref was out of the ring when he had him in the pen. So hopefully they continue it, man. I really would like to see more Drew McIntyre and him actually get a run with the belt.
It would be an interesting run to see if Drew with the belt. Honestly, the only time that I ever saw them even remotely plugging this match is Drew rolled into a stadium, and I don't know where they were, but he rolled into the stadium full of fans backstage in his car, and he was playing the Cody Rhodes theme music, and he said, "I'm going to get his ass." That's all I saw, which I thought was great. I thought that was good, but this was a solid match. What do we think of this match, fellas?
Yeah, it was a good match. I don't know. I don't have much words for it. I mean, it was a good match.
Do we need it though?
No, we didn't need it
Not
at
yet.
all.
Not yet.
Even not yet, or at all. In all honesty, like what did this do other than give Cody Rhodes a match, right?
Was it just to put the belt on ESPN TV? Because I mean, honestly, I think that's what it was all for.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna have to highlight your biggest title, right? On
But the biggest, the champion was out. He was like Sean said, he was filming Street Fighter. So why the fuck even? Why? Yeah,
but I mean, like, they had some stuff in the past month, so kind of hinting towards this match, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, I don't know. It was a good match. They will always put on a good match. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, they're both great. It wasn't needed. It was a filler match. It should have headlined the show. We should have probably done like Cena or Brock, or even I would have taken CM Punk and AJ Lee. So it just didn't make sense because we knew going into this match what was happening. There was not going to be a big surprise, and there wasn't. It was just here's a match. This card reminded me of Saturday night's main event.
It really did. Yes. I'm glad you said that.
And which, by the way, is not a PLE, folks. I don't care if Disney tells you it is or not. It is not a PLE, folks. Okay. I will go to the grave with that one. And I don't feel like this is either. This is ESPN. This is not a PLE environment. Right? Like, ESPN is ESPN. So that's what it felt like to me. It's just a standard Saturday night's main event, and that was that.
Mirror.
No, Mir, not at all. And I don't even want to do a review show for the Crown Jewel. I actually am I'm going on record and stating that I will never predict, nor will I ever review a Crown Jewel show because I don't believe they should be over there or dealing with that shit. So there it is, folks.
It's in Australia, Baron.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll do this one. But the Saudi Arabia one, you got me fucked up.
Well, hold on. Now that brings up WrestleMania. Are you going to predict WrestleMania?
I will boycott the fuck out of that WrestleMania.
You can't boycott that. You cannot boycott. You have to predict WrestleMania.
I think we'll have enough people complaining about that by the time 2027 rolls around. We find a new place.
They won't. I guarantee you.
Oh no, I mean they're getting paid millions upon millions, right? But I'm not excited for that. I think that's a little bullshit. I think the fan base is going to suck. It's not going to feel like a WrestleMania. It's going to feel like an event like we just watched today, where it's just a standardized wrestling show. You have
WrestleMania going to Saudi. We got to pay $30 a month to keep the ESPN app to watch their PLEs. We have to pay $20-something to Netflix to watch Raw. If you have USA, you're lucky to be able to watch SmackDown. If not, you got to wait 3 months for it to pop up on Hulu. And thank God NXT is on broadcast TV because anybody can pick up NXT with an antenna.
Or you could just get Hulu Live and watch all that, which is ESPN and Friday Night SmackDown. Just be smarter about what apps you're getting and how much you're spending on the apps.
But still, it's still a whole lot of money, to be able to access WWE TV. I remember watching it on, and I don't know how much the cable bill was when I was a kid, but I remember watching Raw and Nitro on USA and TNT channels that I had, and each pay-per-view for the WCW or for the WWF at the time was either between like $40 to $50. And if it was WrestleMania, it was a lot more. But I think the only thing good about AEW and how they're keeping their pay-per-views is that they're selling it at that price point. Like, hey, you're going to pay $40 to watch this pay-per-view. There were a lot of people that paid to watch All Out in Toronto, which I didn't catch it. I know that I saw a video on X. Adam Cope paid tribute to John Cena and gave somebody the 5-knuckle shuffle, and I don't even know who it was. I don't even know who he faced.
Oh, I just watched the fucking clip.
Was that MJ? It wasn't MJF, was it?
No.
Was it at All Out it happened?
Yeah, it was at All Out. Toronto.
They were facing FTR.
Okay, so
yeah.
So he gave him a 5-knuckle shuffle, paying tribute to John, it was nice. I don't know if that's like infringement or anything, but
John did that pay tribute to Edge.
Yeah,
that's why he was just paying it back.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense then. That makes sense. But if you did watch All Out, I hope you had a good time watching 47 matches. I just didn't have time for it, and
they were lighting dudes on fire too. From what I heard.
Yeah, that's what they do, man.
Jack Perry showed up. He made he came back and he brought back Luchasaurus, and Killswitch is no more, and he went back to Jungle Boy.
Yep.
And
Beth Phoenix debuted too.
Who?
Beth Phoenix?
Yeah, Beth Copeland.
Yeah,
holy shit. Oh fuck. I thought I saw rumblings about that, but I wasn't sure. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah, Darby Allin put John Moxley in a body bag and lit it on fire.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, watch AEW, folks.
The only thing they got going for them is you can watch both their shows and their pay-per-views on the same platform now. Not that anybody's watching, but
didn't I see something that All Out was on HBO Max?
Yep.
That is
for
insane.
$10 less than what you could pay for it on whatever it's
Prime,
on, like Triller and stuff, and Prime. Yeah,
yeah. I thought that they weren't going to put pay-per-views on HBO Max. I don't know
put it. They gotta.
What's doing. This is why. This is why Tony Khan continues to play with his fucking action figures, and I think he's got some CEOs of Warner Brothers Discovery and TBS and TNT as action figures too. I don't know if this is true. There's a rumor that Netflix is possibly looking to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. And if that happens, that is a nail in a coffin for AEW, because where the fuck else are they going to go?
They go to Netflix. Netflix ain't going to be scared of putting 2 wrestling shows on there.
Why would you put 2 wrestling shows on the same network, though? Rivals.
That doesn't...
AEW.
This ain't cable TV, man. This is app central, and like they don't give a fuck about competition. If it's going to bring 100,000 people in, they're going to take that all day long, because that's how corporations work. This isn't the 90s battle of TV, though. Like I could see them going to Netflix if they bought it for sure. Why would they be
Dynamite? Then move Dynamite to Monday, and you have the Monday night streaming wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. You're at this point in juncture where those things don't really matter. We already know who won that battle, right? I mean, it's a clear indication based off of production, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. Yeah, rival these nuts. I agree.
That one caught me off guard.
Yeah. I just don't see if the Netflix deal goes through, if they end up buying Warner Brothers Discovery, and Paramount gets outbid. Nah, I think it's done. Either way, if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, or if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, or whoever buys Warner Brothers, AEW is done. They got to go find a new deal. And who the fuck is going to carry their programming on any network with how they've had shit ratings? No. Let's get back to Wrestlepalooza and give our ratings for this. Go ahead.
I just want you to stay. So if Max happens to come back to and watch the rebroadcast, we'll remember at what mark are we at on the show?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure out. It is 10:47 my time.
He
made this little sly comment about, "Oh, my record will be better than yours," or you know how Max is all pompous and trying to be badass. And I would just like to say I was completely flawless this week. Kicking your ass, Max, if you're happening to listening to this. And you know, maybe you don't know that much about wrestling.
Wow. Whoa. Shots fired. Out of 10 stars though, Baron, what would you rate?
6 out of 10. I felt like this show was not a PLE. This is introductory to ESPN Saturday night main event kind of feel atmosphere to it. All these matches were so predictable. You didn't need to be a wrestling fan to know who was going to win. This was just an easy introduction to ESPN. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Nothing fantastic. The highlight of the night was Stephanie winning the belt. And it was great to see AJ Lee return.
Yeah.
And fuck Brock Lesnar.
I gotta agree. If I'm gonna give this anything, it's probably gonna be a 5.5 star. I don't know the way that the hype behind this PLE. And I don't care what you say, Baron, it's a fucking PLE.
It's not a PLE. This is an introductory. This ESPN is not a PLE pay-per-view fucking platform. ESPN is ESPN. This is I don't even know what it stands for, but ESPN is fucking literally ESPN. This is not a PLE. This is their way of breaking out of PLEs into a mainstream media, because almost everybody, if you have the right packaging, whether it's DirecTV or Hulu, has ESPN Plus.
Entertainment and Sports Programming Network is what ESPN stands for. By the way.
That's a great place for WWE to be on, to be honest with you.
Well,
but this was not a PLA, folks. This was a put together. Let's rush and let's go make a quick fucking $500 million from ESPN. And that's what they did.
This was a PLE. Sean, do you think this was a PLE?
It was definitely a PLE.
Thank you very much. That's
even though PLE should have 7 matches and not 5.
Every PLE has had 5 fucking matches. Every single fucking one. It's crazy. I don't want
14, but I think 5 is not enough.
I think 5 is short. I think 7 is the sweet spot. You definitely don't need 34. And 34 matches on the main card and 62 on the fucking darkest match, or the dark zero, whatever the fuck they call it over there.
This was so PLE that they last minute took away ECW's Wrestlepalooza. That's how PLE this was. They couldn't think of anything else creative. They're like, let's go and get ECW's Wrestlepalooza.
So hold on. Okay. Let's debate it then.
Oh, okay.
Are NXT PLEs because they're using the WCW names?
No, I mean, I don't think half of their shows are PLEs to begin with, right?
They are PLEs. They are. If Halloween Havoc is going to be a PLE.
I know where you're trying to get with that, but like I'm saying the atmosphere of this is like, this is not when I think of a PLE, like game changing, title changing, matching changing, you consider Saturday night's main event a PLE.
Because it is a PLE.
That's a Peacock special.
It's okay. So that's a Peacock special. We'll go with that. All right, I will agree with that. It's a special.
It's a cock special. Okay, get it. I don't know. Like I think, because I'm still under the impression, like, I don't care about PLEs. That name is just stupid, and I don't premium live event.
What do you want to call it then? Pay-per-view?
Yes, that's what it should be, because that's what like they've always called it, is a pay-per-view. AEW still calls it a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. UFC fights are a pay-per-view. Boxing is a pay-per-view. You start losing the, like, when you go to these apps, a PLE. Like, I don't like that name PLE. It just doesn't sound fun to me. I'm a pay-per-view guy. I want to pay $59.99 for my show and be done with it. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. This just did not feel like a PLE to me. It just felt weird, off, and it felt like a Saturday night main event, which was always broadcast on NBC.
NBC.
Yeah. So I Googled it. Why WWE shifted the term pay-per-view to premium live event, or PLE, to better reflect how those events are now accessed through digital streaming services, like back then the network, and back then Peacock, and now ESPN, rather than being purchased individually on traditional pay-per-view channels. That's why they switched the name from pay-per-view to PLE in the WWE. But you can still buy a pay-per-view for AEW on Triller, because Triller is a streaming service. Amazon Prime is a streaming service. HBO Max is a streaming service.
I mean, essentially, it's still a pay-per-view, because you're paying, now $30 a month to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. What's the difference?
Network, you're paying $10 a month to watch it. So essentially, it's still a pay-per-view.
I think the difference is they're making more money monthly than they were for pay-per-views, because they break out the pay-per-views several months down the road. 1 month they'd have this pay-per-view, And then 2 months later, they'd have this pay-per-view to build up everything, or 3 months or whatever it was. So, I mean, you had a pretty good time. You had a pretty good span of how much money you could set back for the next pay-per-view. If you were back in the day, if you were thinking, okay, I'm going to call the cable company and order this pay-per-view because I set this money back. But now we're paying monthly to watch WWE, and ESPN is a good app if you are an NFL fan, if you are an MLB fan, if you are an NBA or NHL fan. It's a good app to have. But if you're not a fan of any one of those, like I'm not a fan of basketball, so would I still pay $30 for the ESPN app? Probably, because I like everything else. But if you're not a fan of the sports, if you don't like football or hockey or baseball or basketball and you just want WWE, you're shit out of luck. You're paying $30 no matter what. And I guess you have to learn to be a fucking fan of those sports, or you're just paying $30 just to watch every PLE that WWE is going to put on ESPN.
I think they should just kind of what you were saying. Just go back to the old format, the late 80s, early 90s. Do 4 pay-per-views, spread them out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay $50 to watch them.
Yeah. You would set that money. I would set that money back from my paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Or just create your own network and literally make all the cash flow to you because it's your own network, like WWE Network was.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do something like that, right? And maybe not charge $10 this go around. Maybe don't charge $9.99. Charge $19.99. Make a little extra money.
And then you have all those. And I don't mean to cut you off, Sean, but then you have all those specials. Like we had the House of Legends.
Yeah, they had so much good shit. Yes. And I don't even know where to watch that kind of stuff anymore.
You can't. They took it all off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can you see clips or can you watch on YouTube or?
No. I don't think it's anywhere to be found. And Chad, if you know where these shows are found, if you're watching us on X, Twitch, or YouTube, let us know, because I miss Legends House. Sean, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. That was kind of what I was going to ask, is what are they going to do with this library? Because that was one of the main reasons why I had Peacock in the WWE Network, was to watch this old library and these original shows, and what's going to happen to them.
I thought that the library was supposed to shift over to the ESPN.
Oh, okay.
Well, it depends what library they take. If they take the fucking stupid Peacock library, we're fucked, because that was the worst library of all time. Like, if I want to watch WWE Vengeance from fucking 2002, I literally had to shift through all this shit to find it. And it was never an order of pay-per-views or anything. It drove me insane, man. I hated that app.
That was the nice thing about the network, is that you had everything lined up.
Yeah.
You can do a drop down and see what match you want to watch from what year. Which is really, really nice. The way that they outlined that, laid everything out, was fantastic. I did try to find some old pay-per-views on Peacock. Yeah, they were fucking unfindable because I didn't know where the fuck they were. You'd search for everything. You'd search for WrestleMania 17 and you couldn't find anything. You could find the latest WrestleMania. It's like, I don't want to watch that one, damn it. Or if you wanted to watch the Legends House or House of Legends or whatever they called it, you couldn't find it because it wasn't on Peacock. So I hope that they take the network stuff. I hope that they take the library from that, and shift it over to ESPN. Please, 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 please do that, because that library is worth every bit of $30 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Another cool thing about the network was you could skip to the next match, or you could skip to the finish of the match if you didn't want to watch that match.
Exactly. And not only did they have WWE, but they had all the WCW pay-per-views. They had ECW. They had Nitros. I don't know if they had the Thunders up there. They may have. But they had everything. The network had fucking everything, which now it's nice. Again, if you are a fan of WCW, they created this WCW channel on YouTube that you can go back and you can watch all sorts of stuff. And I think they have it laid out kind of like the network had it laid out, which is nice. It's nice, but put it on ESPN. Make it worth $30 a month if the fan is not a sports fan and they only want to watch wrestling. Not saying that wrestling isn't sports, but I mean, yeah, Amir, the vault, the WWE vault is on YouTube, but put it on ESPN. Take the vault shit down from YouTube and put all of it on ESPN, make people pay for it. I guarantee you people would go back to live it all over again. Like they're watching it again, for the first time.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I feel like that network was just so fucking organized, and I miss that.
I miss it too.
It's ESPN though. Like that's a massive big boy network. So if they get everything lined up, I think it'll be okay. And I was trying to find my ESPN. I don't think that shit would be up there now, right?
What?
Like any WWE related stuff on the ESPN app.
Oh, I don't know.
The only thing I saw, there was a Road to Wrestlepalooza, and then there was like a countdown show, and that was about it.
Oh, I think so. I wonder if they're just going to slowly shift stuff over to the ESPN app and not just everything and just,
I imagine so.
For them to get that on their servers and all that. So I think it's just going to take time to build that library. But ESPN, if you're still building the library and you're watching this, for the love of fuck, make it like the network, please.
I'm just looking on my ESPN section here. Ugh.
You don't, what do you see?
I just see a lot of shit here that I don't understand what it is. I really don't know how to get into ESPN outside of the Hulu app. So like tonight when I went to watch Wrestlepalooza, I just went to hulu.com and it's just literally there, right? I don't know where you find the ESPN section on my Hulu. I should figure that out.
I think you just go to. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it is.
I downloaded a separate ESPN app on my Roku and then just signed it through my Disney Plus account. That's how I did it.
Is there network ESPN.com or is it like ESPN Live?
You can go to ESPN.com, use your My Disney credentials, and so sign into the ESPN app.
Yeah.
Use your My Disney credentials, and then you can do that, and then you can see what's on there. But let's go ahead and rate this PLE because yes, it was a PLE. Baron, we'll start with you.
For a show that was not a PLE, I will give. We already did
10 stars.
I already did.
Did we?
Yeah, we already did.
Baron did. Yep.
I did.
Not okay.
I think we just went on a whole nother tangent. No, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right on.
I was like, wait, didn't I already do that?
I lost track because we were talking about the network and all that shit. So
rambling, baby.
We're just rambling. Absolutely, that's what we do. So yeah, that's the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys enjoyed Wrestlepalooza. First ever PLE on ESPN. I gotta say that it was a little bit. I don't know if it ran smoother than it did on Peacock. I didn't really have any issues on Peacock, but either way, it was good for what it was. I hope that this gets bigger and better for the WWE, and I hope ESPN doesn't have buyer's remorse for this. So we'll have to see. Sean, dude, thank you for joining us on the show, man. We certainly do appreciate you being here, brother.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun to talk wrestling, especially with you guys.
Absolutely, man. How can they follow you on social media?
You just find me in the Discord.
There you go. You can find
It
that.
comes straight to my phone.
There you go, buddy. You can find that Discord link in the description of this video. Please join the community, man. We're growing it slowly, but definitely would love to have you join over on the Discord. And you can find it at youtube.com/Ramblers Unleashed. Click that subscribe button while you're there and hit the link to the Discord that you find in the description of this video. Baron, how can they follow you, sir?
Guys, you should know where you follow me. Scumbag Jordan with three
ends. Absolutely. And you can follow the show on Twitter at The Ramblers Pod. You can find us on Facebook at Ramblers Unleashed. Just search for that. You'll find us there. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. And hit the like button on the videos. That tells YouTube that you like what we're doing and suggests our video to more people. And until Tuesday, we will be back here to do it all over again. So please, in the meantime, enjoy professional wrestling. And no matter what you watch, if it's AEW, WWE, whatever, enjoy it, watch it, love it, live it, and we will be back here to ramble all about it. Until Tuesday, we will see you. So long.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramblers Unleashed. Follow the show on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of upcoming episodes.
Oh, yeah.